What a pleasure to be sitting here on stage with a semi-coherent Allan Jefferson. Allan, you going to try to lift me up again? I mean, I'm like twice as heavy as you, so
Look,
it'd be good for another laugh. Right?
After yesterday's debacle, I don't think I'm going to try that ever again. It's what happens when you don't read the memo properly.
So you've had a night to recover, and it's funny because I know sometimes you're so tired, not you specifically, but we can get so tired that sleep is like impossible to find. Were you able to pass out and really get a good rest finally?
Funniest thing was actually driving home from here in the car, because we'd done a couple of portages earlier on in the race. But driving from here back, I kept nodding off and going, I can't nod off because I'm riding my bike. And it was the craziest thing. And even then when I got home, I literally had a shower and just lay on the bed. But I didn't really fall asleep. It didn't feel like I fell asleep. It was weird.
You know, the dreams you're going to be having in the coming weeks are insane. I know really after each solo, well, two tandems, but just plagued by these bizarre dreams. And I'd wake up in a panic because I'd think that my boat or my bike was on a raft on the edge of a river and that it had broken free and was floating down the river. And I was like, I'm awake and I can't start riding. And you'd wake up and go, oh, the race is over.
Oh, look, it's just, and even like today, I felt incredibly lazy because my crew were down there like cleaning up the vans and the cars and everything like that. And I'd wandered across the road to get something to eat and didn't know what I wanted and found something. And then I just went back and just lay on the bed and it was like the best sleep ever.
So has winning actually started to sink in at all, or is that even just you're so happy you're finished that winning doesn't even matter?
To tell you the truth, yeah. Finishing is such a big thing, and the whole winning thing is just I cannot comprehend that I've actually won this thing. Still, because at some point someone's going to come along and pinch me and go, ha, kidding. But no, I don't think so.
It actually happened.
You know, my crew were telling me like how much I come from North Queensland, Townsville, North Queensland, and how many people were like watching my little dot go across the country, and I still cannot understand how they got so involved in watching me go and do my little adventure.
Well, one, you're a super likable guy. I don't know anybody who's met you that doesn't feel like they're your best friend. I mean, I know I do.
Yeah, and I guess I'm not a man. I don't the limelight, and it's I'm just happy to curl away in the corner somewhere and let everything else happen. But I don't think on this occasion that's going to be the case. I have to get not my butt out there, but get my face out there, and but it'll still be me.
That's good to hear. Your background's actually as an ultra runner, isn't it?
I've had a crack at most things. I guess triathlon was my first love. Running is my favorite thing because it's easy. You can do it anywhere. You just need a pair of shoes and some shorts and maybe a singlet if you're lucky. And it's a great way to explore towns and countries and all that sort of stuff. Riding, you need bikes and helmets and lights and all that sort of stuff.
It is a project to get out and just go for an easy ride.
It's a major get-up to get out and go for a ride. So, but yeah, running is my first love, believe it or not.
I totally believe it. Why wouldn't I? So what are your plans for the coming year? I mean, have you been planning? I mean, obviously you're not even thinking about this as while RAAM's going on or anything, but I'm just wondering what's kind of your next big adventure after this?
I do have a few things on my agenda. A little bit of adventure racing, a mountain bike. Yeah, it's a bit more mountain biking. I've signed up for the Ironman in WA at the end of, or start of December. So I've got to learn how to swim again.
Start of December.
Yeah.
Nice. I hope your saddle sores have healed at least somewhat by then.
So do I. So do I. But as far as long-term ultra-endurance cycling, I haven't given it 1 ounce of thought. But, you know, I always cover off things with like never say never.
Yeah, no, I don't think you could ever say never. I totally can see you coming back to do this again. You know, I think this is the way I should come out of tandem retirement. You know, that could be a fun one.
Oh, mate, you and me on a tandem? That would be amazing. Oh, my God.
Okay, we can do a 24.
We'll start with the 24. Question is, though, who's on the front?
I have 2 tandems that are made. One is custom for me to be behind, and with someone a little bit shorter up front. It actually drives like a semi. It's not curvy at all. It's really made for stability because you've got a heavier, taller person in the back.
Yeah, oh, look, tandems are so much fun. And it was, yeah, that would be an epic trip, wouldn't it?
It absolutely would. So, what are you thinking when you get back home? You were saying, you know, you got to get your lovely mug out there for people to see, and you had a big following. What are some things you might be able to do to make this a real opportunity for yourself?
I actually really don't know. I just know I've got to get on a plane on Monday, fly back to Townsville with most of the crew, and Friday I've got to go back to work. So that's like, oh, well, life's back to normal, pretty much.
What do you do for a job?
I'm a little bit spoiled. I do have 2 jobs. My crew chief and I, we get paid to fly around the countryside in a very flash helicopter, pretending we're rescue people. I feel very privileged to be able to do that because we come across people at their worst time, and we try to make things, I guess, easier and better and a little bit more comfortable for them. And my second job is I work for an orthopedic company, Medacta. We sell bits and pieces, so when your joints are buggered, we can replace them.
So you lift people up, drop them, acting like you rescue them, and maybe break their pelvis or their back. I see how you make that work there, Allan.
But the best bit is, even though I did drop you, once I've dropped you, I know what I need to do.
Yes, you padded my fall with your body. That was actually the most fun I've had on RAAM stage.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that, George. So sorry.
So that actually sounds like fascinating work. You actually do fly around, and you work as rescue.
Yeah, like so I'm very, as I said, I'm in a very privileged position, and we do a lot of it. Queensland is a very big state. You know, it's lots of isolation, and people they get in trouble. They need a little bit of help, and so we go out and do what we can do. But it's probably some good training because it's a 24/7 operation. We do night shifts, we do day shifts, so lots of periods of sleep deprivation and trying to deal with that. And so, but it's also a awesome team job. We, as an aviation crew, everybody has their specific jobs, but everybody knows what everyone else does and doesn't mind stepping up. And yes, I can't fly the bloody thing. But, you know, I'll do what I can to make sure we get in there safely and quickly and everything like that. And it was actually something that we could, I guess it transposed a little bit over to what we did as far as my crew did. They just worked seamlessly. Absolutely seamlessly. Well, from where I was sitting anyway, it was just bloody perfect.
Yeah, because you can never look over and see what they were doing.
No, it was very, very cool. And it just, I think that was something that maybe a little bit of Greg's influence, maybe a little bit of my influence. But it was just brilliant. Everyone just clicked.
So, Allan, big question. What got you to shave that massive beard that you were sporting a few years ago? When I heard you were leading, I was like, oh, my God. I'm going to have to greet him on stage. He's going to have Ensure just melted into his beard, food, bits of bug, and just, yeah.
It is a bit of... part of the reason was I needed to get shaved for work.
Thank you, work.
And interestingly, I was going to grow it back, but I didn't really. It just used to cause me all sorts of problems and getting caught and everything like that. And the funniest thing is when we came over in 2019, we bought a big banner that we had, like one of our promo banners, and it was me and three of the commissioners, and I had this hideous beard.
Yes, it was.
Anyway, when I DNF'd in 19, we stopped in at time station 30 with the Ashwells. So when we pull in there this year, all I see is this massive poster of me with this freaking hideous beard out the front. And I guess it just supported what I thought. It doesn't need to be that long.
Allan, your grooming standards are amazing these days. Thank you.
You know, you can polish a turd, but it's still a turd.
Maybe so, but it's one I really am much happier to sit next to. No, so, Allan, it's just been wonderful sitting up here with you right now. I can't even follow up on your comment. When are you taking off?
So we head out of here Monday. Back to
one more day where you can rest.
I got one more day to rest, and I've just got to get my crew. I need to get my sleep sorted before I get on that plane. Otherwise, it's going to be a hideous ride. But we'll get there. I'm feeling a lot better today than I did 6 hours ago versus 12 hours ago. So maybe that's the 2 beers under my belt.
Well, and this is a very serious question, as goofy as it sounds, but do you have a travel plan? Because, I mean, I think of edema in your legs, your saddle sores, which have got to still be killing you. Your neck, I know, is bugging you, but that's a long time to be sitting in an airplane seat.
It is, and I do have the sexy DVT socks and that sort of thing, and I think between my crew, I got a couple. I got the doc and the nurse and a few other times. We'll get something figured out, whether to keep me moving or, don't sit down there for 12, 18 hours, something like that. So, but yeah, it's my derriere that I'm really, really worried about.
Yeah, I can imagine. So, anyway, let's start working out some Zoom tandem training plans. So Australia,
totally.
And yeah, that would be something to look forward to.
We'll have to lower the seat because I'm going to have to put my pillow on it initially.
Yeah, there we go. Allan Jefferson, the solo winner of Race Across America 2022. Let's give him a huge round of applause. Fantastic. Awesome to have you as a champion.
Thank you, George.